CNC software is one of the most overlooked aspects of CNC machines, especially CNC plasmas, in the purchase of these machines. The software and the interface is one of the most important parts of the machine. It's what you'll be using the machine or dealing with every day. If it isn't user-friendly or easy to use, it can cost you a lot of money. Wasted plate, poor user experience, unable to control the machine effectively, downtime, wasted time trying to deal with settings that you don't understand. That's where Mavrik software and the software on all our machines sets itself apart. We put a lot of effort into making sure they're user-friendly and easy to use. I'll just give you a quick demo, an overview of this and how this software interacts and how you use it when using our machines. So this is the software interface for the control of the machine. This is where you move the machine around and do all your cutting. We'll be on that later. So our software is divided into 3 parts. We have a CAD part, a CAM part, and a cut part. So normally you would start with the CAD, unless you already have a drawing and you could import that directly. But you can come and use our software to do your basic drawings. So you can draw pretty much anything as you would in a normal CAD in a 2D fashion to be able to cut parts. So let's just start with something simple like a base plate for this demo. You can draw a base plate. We can change its origin. That's in reference to the start of the machine. We can add holes. I'm just going to add them randomly, but you can obviously go through and then dimension them and put their position in the correct position for your drawing. Once you're happy with the drawing, you can just hit the Send to CAM button. That will then put the part straight onto the nesting component. If you can click onto nesting, we can then move that part. We can also rotate it 360 degrees by holding the tab button, and we can also then just use our simple grid nesting. So if we want 5 parts by 5 parts, radial spacing, should make that 4. It will then put it into a grid pattern. We can also then just import parts that are our own, made by our own drawing software, or that are DXFs. So we can put something like this in the top plate, put in location, we can move it to where we want it. Then we can go to the operation. We select what we're cutting. So let's say we're using a 65-inch tip, cutting 6mm mild steel. Press OK. We also have the ability in if you go to our tool library to, if we go to that part, it has a hole feed rate reduction percentage that automatically puts a feed rate reduction for hole quality, and it'll give you a far better hole because instead of cutting full wall, you're going to be cutting just the hole slowly, and then the external parameters or the other square profiles at the normal speed. But all your circular profiles, it will slow down below 40mm. If they're greater than 40mm diameter, then the machine will cut at its normal speed because they typically don't have the issue of smaller holes. So that's inbuilt in the software. Once you're happy with what you've camped up and you've put your, you hit send to cut, and that'll then move the tool path onto the machine itself. Now there's a couple of ways we can jog our machine. We have click to move jogging, so you can just click, hit tab, and the machine will just move to wherever your cursor is. You can see the green dot moving to that location. Or you can just put it in continuous jogging mode. You can just jog across the machine, stop it, go up the machine, stop it. And then you can also do step jogging, so you can move in 50mm increments across. And let's say this is the corner of our sheet. That's the corner of our sheet where we want to start the job. We can then just zero the machine, and it moves the tool path onto the position where the machine will start cutting at the sheet start. Then we can also jog the Z down, and we can zero the Z. So if we jog it down and stop it, say that's just above the sheet there, you zero the Z, and then you're good to go. You hit run, and the machine will move to cut your part. So it'll go down, touch the sheet, then it'll come back up, wait for the RKK signal, and then it'll start cutting your holes. If the machine errors or it has an RKK signal lost, it's fairly easy. You can just hit resume, the machine will back up and then just continue cutting, and then it'll just move on as normal and cut the next job. We can also start the job wherever we like. We can just go hold the control key, move to where it turns the part green. You say yes, the machine will then automatically move to that location and start cutting there. So that's very good if you have like a power failure or something. The machine can just, it'll remember its home position. You can just reload the past job, and then it'll you can just restart it wherever the job left off, and wherever you restarted it, it'll start. It also has the ability to be able to change the direction. So if we just started on here, move there, let's say it starts cutting, it'll normally cut in its normal direction. Let's say that for some reason it stopped on a big part. This is a big issue on a lot of other CNCs. If it's cutting and you're halfway through a cut and it's like a meter long cut, and for some reason it ran out of air, or the compressor had an issue, or the plasma stopped for some reason, it's very hard to restart. On ours, it's very easy. You can just hold the control key. It says, do you want to reverse the path direction? Say yes. You click on there, back on the path you want to start, it'll move. It'll go down pierce, and then it will cut the other direction. So that way it's not going to be cutting back over where it's already cut and ruining your part. And then let's abort. So we have, it's packed full of features. It has the ability to change the feed override, so you can speed the machine up or slow it down. You can change your torch height control on the fly. This is set in the toolpath generation automatically from the tool library if it has a value in there, or we can just change it on the screen. We can zero, we can touch on the sheet to check, we can retract, park the machine, which will just send it back to its location. It's going to retract the Z back up to its 0 position, and then move the machine back to its location out of the way. So it's a very feature-rich software, very easy to use, and designed for the ease of use for the operator, and to give years of trouble-free service. If you have any questions, please get in contact and let us know. Thank you.